What's up? What's up? It's your man, Queres.
It's your guy, Aaron.
And I'm Toshoama.
And you're not tuning into On the Couch. Alright, man. So we're back with episode 3. And I had a great weekend. How about y'all?
It's a great weekend, man.
You got that Velcro.
I got that Velcro dream. That Velcro dream. Let's get it together though.
Queres hit me with the struggle beard. I know.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
It's fabulous.
That's it. So we're going to get into these trending topics. We got a lot we're going to talk about. Business, boss business with Aaron, the health minute with Queres, and
Level up with Toshoama.
that's right. But we're going to try something new before we get into everything. It's called what? Elimination?
Elimination.
Okay. All right, cool.
Okay, we're going to play Elimination. This is Elimination Easter Candy Edition. You know, y'all had your Easter egg hunt.
Right.
Eating up your kids' Easter egg basket candy. Easter
eggs.
Easter egg basket candy.
Ass.
So we want to eliminate. So we want to say what's the best Easter candy.
Okay.
And so
the worst, right?
The worst.
Okay.
The worst Easter
So
candy.
I'm gonna give 5 candies, and we're gonna eliminate all the good ones. The last one standing is terrible.
Okay.
That's the point.
All right, so what's on the list? What's on the list?
Okay, first one is Robin eggs, Whoppers.
Whoppers.
Those are amazing.
The second one is jelly bean.
Okay.
Third one is the chocolate bunny.
Okay.
The fourth one is the peeps,
Peeps.
and then the fifth one is the Cadbury cream egg.
So we got 5.
We got 5.
5 of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
So let's start eliminating. So who you like Whoppers?
So you go. So what's first off the board? So we got to say what's the first one that get to stay that escapes elimination?
I like Cadbury cream egg.
The Cadbury cream egg. I
Oh
like
no,
the
little
Cadbury.
daddy.
No.
Little natty daddy. No, ain't nobody.
I'm gonna tell you.
Over easy chocolate egg. No.
Over easy chocolate egg.
Over easy chocolate egg.
Over easy chocolate egg.
Benedict Arnold chocolate egg. No, bro. No, that ain't okay, man. That's like it's donut custard inside of chocolate egg. No, that ain't
No,
it.
it
Man.
is?
I don't know what it is, but it's like pudding.
in the refrigerator. They
A
ain't
pudding
gonna
pop chocolate. They got it.
Alright, so
Diabetes.
okay. So the Cadbury egg. I'm gonna tell you why I like it because it give me euphoria. You feel what I'm saying? Like mom and grandma and them used to have them back in the day. I'm like, but it's fine. You used to see the commercial. That they still play that old ass commercial to this day
They do.
with the bunny making the it was the lion making the what is the chicken noise or the bark. You know what I'm talking about?
I do, but I don't remember.
When is the lion or something?
Bro, they nasty, bro.
They ain't nasty.
But they make them for you to enjoy. It's you and 2 other people in the whole world that eat.
Just me and 2 other people.
You and 2 other
They
people.
bottle. Alright, okay, so the Cadbury.
Two Somalians.
I don't know, okay.
We might kill with that
2
one.
Nigerians and Bubba.
Wait,
Two
so
out
you
of
got 2 out of 3.
2
So
out of 3 like them.
It
We
can
gonna
stay. I mean, it can
okay,
stay.
well, we still got to see though. Okay. So,
Cadbury egg
Alright,
is
alright.
eliminated.
Okay.
but okay, let's go.
All right, what about the peeps? That's a staple. Like which I don't like marshmallows. Like
Hey man, them
I
people.
don't even see how you eat just a marshmallow.
A
They
sugar coated. A sugar coated marshmallow. Let me tell you, the yellow peeps were different because they came in the Easter basket.
They don't all taste the
They
same.
were cool, but when they start changing the color up, man, and start doing everything else, I'm used to seeing a yellow chicken.
Right. But
I
you got
ain't
a
seeing no
purple.
Not no
purple,
blue
red, blue lavender, navy berry. Ain't nobody want none of that. It's nasty too.
Okay, so the peeps got to go.
Got
Got
to
to
get them
go.
up
Alright,
out of
okay, so
Wait, so
wait,
we
okay.
can't say that.
Okay, we can't say it yet. Alright.
So do anybody like the peeps?
That ain't right.
No, we don't like the peeps.
So they finna mess up the game.
Yeah.
They got to
Cause I
stay.
don't like peeps.
Well.
Guess what? We'll see. We might get 2 then. Might get a 2
Alright,
from.
come on, keep going.
We might get a 2
The
from.
next one is
We gonna have
It's
one
like
jelly
candy.
bean.
One candy. Alright, so
I can deal with the
alright,
jelly
now
bean.
the jelly beans can stay for me because I'm gonna tell you some jelly bean last for 3-4 years. I ain't gonna tell you, you find a jelly bean hungry one day, you ain't got no noodles or nothing. You find some jelly beans that been in the closet for about 3 years.
I like the jelly
You
bean.
get that?
I eat pocket jelly beans. I eat pocket jelly beans. You going looking for your
Hey, you
ID,
find it?
and you find, oh, man, I got a Starburst jelly bean. And I'm keep looking for my ID. Okay, well, yeah.
3-4 years, they good. They're good snack, man. Good snack.
It's a grab a jelly
Not
bean.
for no 3-4
Boom.
But if
years,
you-
but I can eat the jelly bean.
Black jelly
Not
beans,
the
though.
licorice.
If you eat black jelly beans, you a whole alien. I'm
I
gonna tell
have
you
something
that
else. You
right
got
now.
something going on, man. If you eating them, I'm gonna Terrence Howard on them real quick. You eating them black jelly beans, man? Something wrong, man.
Man, look.
You cut that out, man.
All right, so but we're gonna keep the jelly beans.
We keeping the jelly beans.
All right, jelly beans off the board.
What about the chocolate bunny?
I eat the chocolate butter. I might eat a 3 or 4 year old chocolate butter too. I ain't not eating.
I ain't with the chocolate bunny,
You
bro.
don't like chocolate butter?
Not that pure chocolate, but you gotta have
They
that.
cool.
It gotta be crunchy.
But they got different kinds of chocolate
They
butter,
do.
so you.
They even got the white chocolate bunny.
I ain't eating that neither. That's suspect.
But you like the crispy crunch, the crunch.
The crunchy, the Nestle crunch.
I rock with that.
Good.
Yeah, but
they got caramel filled ones.
I like that. So the chocolate butter can stay though, right?
They do too much to the. See, this my problem with candies in here. They go trying to remix them. You don't remix no chocolate egg with that goo you talking about.
That fire.
That's wrong. And once you know what I'm saying, the regular chocolate bunny, I don't like that chocolate like that, but that crispy crack on when you feel on the bottom like acne on the bottom of that
got that acne bunny.
Boy, that acne bunny something else. The acne bunny something else, bro. The leash. The leash.
Okay, so the bunny can stay there.
The bunny can stay, man.
Okay, last one are the Whoppers.
Yeah.
The Robin eggs. Those for sure. I like Whoppers.
Okay, me too. So at the end of the day, what happened?
It sounded to me like
The peeps got to go.
Gotta go.
Peeps gotta go.
Bye, peeps.
Alright, so that's what it is. So today's elimination was Easter edition, Easter candy edition, and the peeps gotta go. So what y'all think? What do y'all feel? You know, what's your favorite Easter candy, and which out of the categories that we named got to go for you, and which ones get to stay? We would love to hear from y'all. Y'all make sure y'all comment in the comment section. And we're like, hey, get back with us, man. We're gonna see what y'all think.
Right there.
Peeps gotta go. That shit's nasty.
Yeah, peeps. Adios, muchachos.
Yeah, man. So y'all wanna get into these trending topics?
They get into these trending topics. Let's see what's going on.
Okay.
Let's
So,
eat it.
you know, a lot of interesting things happening this week. Who wanna go first? You got anything you wanna talk
Okay,
about?
yes, I do.
Okay,
Got a
right.
thing
Go
I'm
ahead.
talking about.
What's that?
Spilled over from last week, and it was a couple.
Let's go.
It was a conversation on my timeline actually today. Like I said, me personally, anybody else on this panel, you know, some right here, Queres, Toshoama, and we have nothing against people who like the same sex. I do what you want to do, right?
Okay.
But I personally, what I want to talk about is the Dwayne Wade situation.
Okay.
When his son is openly they're supporting his son and saying that he's an 11-year-old boy and he's gay. He's gay. He's 11 years old. That right there is mind-boggling to me because as a child, we are responsible for our children's decisions until they're grown. Period. You know what I mean? Because everybody's making a big scene about it as if, oh well, he can decide to do what he want to do. So if 11-year-old, because it's kind of double entendre, and I don't want to touch on it because I don't want to offend no people, but if you can say an 11-year-old boy can decide to be gay, that means an 11-year-old girl could decide to do what she want to do as acting as a grown person, as they want to give that same boy that freedom. Right? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Say it one more time. I got you. I mean, I'm with you. I'm rolling with you.
Because the world is like, I mean, it's kind of double entendre. Because I personally don't believe you have to do all that stuff. You have to be extremely feminine and put on lipstick and stuff like that to state that you like men.
Okay.
You still can be go to work, put your tight suit on, do everything like that. Be a stand-up man.
Right.
And like men, what you do in the bedroom shouldn't define how you carry yourself in society. But you know, I mean, to each his own. I get along with everybody, man. Right. So I mean, that's just my opinion. As a child, he shouldn't have that much freedom to make a decision for himself.
Okay. I mean, and you know, I guess to piggyback off of that, you know, we in a society where it's definitely more tolerant to pretty much anything that you want to do. You get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, a child has a child mentality. You know what I'm saying? And as an adult, you have the capacity to have a more conceptualized idea of what sexual representation means. So I get what you're saying. As far as 11-year-old and 12-year-old, they don't have the capacity to say, okay, well, I'm getting in this car and drive away. Or,
and actually understand the action behind it, right?
Right. Or I'm going to actually kill somebody. You get what I'm saying? I think I'm playing the game because it's a game. You get what I'm saying?
It's
so,
a game.
I mean, how, this is a question. So we going to ask, how does 11-year-old actually know, if they haven't even experienced the actual sexual experience, to know that they actually are attracted to men, because that actually comes to, or women, regardless, whatever. If you have you ever kissed a man or kissed a woman or been intimate with a man or a woman at that age,
Then
to actually know that you are actually attracted to the same sex, like,
right.
It's a legitimate question. We're not bashing. We just want some understanding.
Please.
You get what I'm saying? So
different opinions, different strokes for different folks. But I want some feedback on that, because I'm trying to.
Y'all let us know. This is definitely an open discussion.
Wide
open topic. You get what I'm saying? So comment. Let us know. You know what I'm saying? Give us some explanation, or let us know how y'all feel about it, and we definitely we can continue the conversation in the comment section.
And then I had one thing to add to that, just to say, I just want to make sure that you your kids are comfortable enough to even come to you at any age to say, hey, this is what I think I'm feeling, or something like that. So just want your kids to be able to talk to you about anything, and then you explore it, as adults or whatever. So
that's just that might be what they're actually probably doing, because we're not there. We just get the backlash or what the media reports on it. So that may be what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? But I understand, Bink. You feel what I'm saying? So
just don't shut them down. Just saying, hey, come and talk to me about anything. Because if something happening to them or something like that, you want to make sure that you know that too.
Right.
So
what I was just saying, I don't mean to cut you off, T. What I'm saying is right, as an 11-year-old, where does that idea come from? Where does it come from? It has to come from somewhere. You just don't wake up as a 10-year-old, 11-year-old and say, well, hey, you know what? I think I want to go to the Pride Weekend parade in Miami. That's what I want to do. You understand what I'm saying? Right. They don't have those.
So you feel like it might be even more overexposure to
definitely. It has to be. I mean, well, it doesn't have to be, but it's just what it seems to me. And like I said, it's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with it. Everybody opinion. I just don't understand that logic. Cause
I don't understand why.
11-year-olds don't run my household.
Sure enough.
No matter what, you can do whatever you want to do when you leave my house. You know what I mean? But I love you through and through, all in all. But you know what I mean? I just don't understand that part.
Right.
Yeah. So those are questions that we have, and definitely another question is, if your kid, is comfortable enough to come to you and say they're having certain feelings, how do you as parents handle that? How do you move forward with them after they've expressed certain things to you?
And I say, at any point in time, if your children come to you with any kind of concerns or they feel a certain way, don't try not. See, we've been already programmed as adults. It's hard to break our way of thinking.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So when your children are actually coming to you, try to actually have a conversation and treat them like a human instead of actually forcing upon your beliefs and what has the ideology that has already been programmed within you. You get what I'm saying? Because shit, we growing up, as we've been growing up, it wasn't, a lot of stuff wasn't as tolerated as it is now. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we, most of our generation are how we are. You get what I'm saying? But, like you said.
That's just that. That's a question. Just ask the public. I just want to know.
Definitely. Everybody's entitled to their
opinion. Yeah. Their opinion.
Absolutely.
So, okay. So, comment section. Make sure that's a good subject to speak on. We'd definitely like to hear back from the community and the masses. Y'all enlighten us and let us know what y'all think. We'd definitely like to hear from the people who are who consider themselves homosexuals or the LGBTQ community. Definitely.
Right.
So y'all hit us up and let us know.
There's some more to it I would like to add in the comment section. If y'all get into it, we get the rocking and rolling. We have some good dialoguing going on. Right?
Definitely. So what you got? You got something?
I got Tierra Marie and 50 Cent.
Okay.
Yeah, so Tierra Marie released a couple weeks ago a diss track called I Ain't Got It to 50 Cent. So she owes 50 Cent for some lawyer fees. She had like a sex tape come out, and then some screenshots of the sex tape with her and her ex-boyfriend.
What website that? I'm just lying.
And so 50 Cent actually retweeted it. So she filed a lawsuit on him as well, like a revenge porn lawsuit.
Right.
And so it came out, it actually got dismissed because I think her and the boyfriend kind of were still messing around. So the judge dismissed it, and she had to end up paying 50 Cent his lawyer fees in order to fight it. And so she released a diss track called I Ain't Got It, and then came out with some handbags and t-shirts with her logo on it.
Right.
So, 50 Cent's not one to take that standing up or sitting down.
King Petty.
So he said, somebody forgot to trademark this, so I'll just take it. And so what he did was he bought the domain name to IAin'tGotIt.com. So when you go on that website, it's going to take you to his website where he's selling the t-shirt, because he also trademarked I Ain't Got It. And so he's selling, phone cases, handbags, and t-shirts. And he said if she continued to sell her stuff, he's going to sue her for her own stuff because he owns the rights to it now.
Yo.
So y'all know how 50 Cent do. He not gonna
It's big business. He petty, man.
What you got to say about that, man?
Man, you got to make sure that your paperwork is correct when you decide you want to jump into that field. And it's very important to cross your I's and dot your T's with anything, but especially in business when you're trying to monetize something and you're trying to get yourself rocking and rolling. That's what you cross your I's and dot your T's. But you know what? Like, people are saying it's so wrong.
Cross the T's and dot your I's.
Yeah, cross the T's and dot your T's, but you cross your I's and dot your T's. You been saying it's all the same. Right. I'm gonna say cross your I's and dot your T's even though it's wrong, but that's what I got. You know what I mean. You want to make sure that you hit all the steps before you go through doing something. Because now, ain't no telling how much she paid for the people to write the song.
Bro, he done killed her. Like, real bad, bro.
Ain't no time she paid for the track. She probably can't scrape for that much more money and buy another track, and now he own it.
Trademark. Do you handle your business? Handle your business off the cuff. When you start something, make sure your I's are crossed and your T's are dotted.
Your eyes are crossed,
straight up,
And I think we were talking about it before. You technically can fight, but then if you ain't got the money to pay him his lawyer's fees, you ain't got the money to fight him to get the rights to your,
Right. Yeah. Or you might just run out of money like fighting. So I think what you was hitting on is that I think trademark law. So somebody gonna correct us on this probably, but I assume that if you start selling, I think it's copyright law too. If once you make something or you record something and you actually put it out as yours, then you technically have the copyrights to it. But I don't know if it works the same way with trademark. If you start selling something first, then maybe you can have a leg up if you got enough money to fight the case. You get what I'm saying? But I don't know. Man, trademark enthusiasts, any law
help us out.
Lawyers,
right?
In the audience,
let us know what's going on.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all enlighten us on how that work. You get what I'm saying? We get back with y'all next week on trademark law and copyrights and all that good stuff.
Let y'all know what's going on, man.
You know what I'm saying? So I guess my topic is LeBron James. So basically, LeBron James opened up a school called I Promise in his hometown, Akron, Ohio, back in 2018. So basically, he right now it only serves 3rd and 4th graders. You get what I'm saying? And he said by let me see what it said. By 2022, he plans to expand from kindergarten up to 8th grade. So the reason why I'm reporting on is basically that they improved from the time they opened. They improved their reading. Let me see, their reading and math scores, the percentile. So basically, they jumped from the lowest to 18th. The 3rd graders in math, and the 4th graders moved from 2nd lowest to the 30th percentile in the district or the nation.
That's crazy.
So that's they really rocking. And another thing about that school is, on top of that, all the students that graduate from that school automatically have tuition to let me make sure I get this right, to the University of Akron. So straight tuition, straight to college from the elementary school. Once you graduate, then you in the game. You get what I'm saying?
So what you're saying is, when they go through 3rd and 4th grade, and they go somewhere else, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, graduate high school, and they already got tuition set
that's what it look like.
That's all right.
Right.
What you mean? That's all
That's
right.
crazy. So LeBron James doing amazing things for the
Lebanon Giant.
That's awesome.
You get what I'm saying?
Lebanon Giant.
Oh yeah, also, I read that he also provides continuing education for the parents who didn't get to finish school.
Yes.
So
that's awesome.
Transportation,
big things,
food,
big inspiration. So, that's the trending topics for this week. Next we're gonna get into boss business with Aaron.
Boss business,
baby.
Yeah.
Boss business.
Y'all rock with these, rock with the sponsors, and we'll get back with you.
Aye.
Baby, drop the clothes. I'm patience, I've been waiting way too long. I'm about to make it mine. I'ma go all night. Yeah. Girl, it ain't no. Girl, it ain't no. It ain't no. It ain't no. Girl, it ain't no. It ain't no. It ain't no. Girl, it ain't no. You thought that we were done? How'd you figure that? You knew what you was getting into. When you call me, I'm hitting all your corners like I'm running back. I'm all in your front like a fanny pack. I got you on the tap.
Hey, what's going on? Y'all back? This is the segment called Boss Business with Aaron.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
This week on Boss Business, I want to talk about. Last week we talked about NIP,
Yeah.
S.T.P, NIP, S.T.P. But this week we're gonna jump back into it, and we're gonna get into it. What I want to talk about this week is marketing framework. Right?
Oh, shit.
Marketing
Sounds serious.
Right.
Okay.
You gotta, like I said, we're not professionals.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Kind of novice. You know what I mean? But
We do research.
we do our research. You know what I
Right.
mean? We put it to use.
We
We
doing
test
our
it
own
out.
businesses.
Yeah, we got
Right.
everything going. Own business, boss business, right? Okay. So marketing framework consists of a couple things. You got your S.T.Ps, your 5 Cs, and your 4 Ps. Okay.
Shit.
The S.T.Ps is, to me, it seems like it may be when you first starting up. That might be your most important.
What does S.T.P stand for?
Segmentation, targeting, and positioning.
Okay.
How you position yourself in the minds of people.
Targeting position.
Right. So segmentation, targeting, positioning. Pretty much what it is, you want to target, you want to hit a certain demographic. That's what you want to do. You want to find who you're looking for, because when you try to market to everybody, you'll miss everybody.
Okay. Because you're not targeting.
Because you're not targeting a certain person. You know what I mean?
I got
If you try to target, it's kind of like the one size fits all.
Right.
Think about it like that.
Right.
Like, it's either too big, it's either too small. It never actually fits you right. It never. One size fits all. Like, those are the people that's trying to run up a business real quick and just put out there and see what they can hit. Like, kind of like the Snuggie. The Snuggie didn't target anybody, but it targeted everybody, because it was so, I get the one thing, I got all the little cover, and I'm jumping to it, and they sold over almost maybe $500-600 million worth of inventory. You know, that's that growth. So that's what you want to make sure you do when you're starting up a business. You want to make sure that you find the target market, the market that you're trying to target, and you want to position yourself in their mind. So when they think about, hey, when you think about Nike, what do you think of? You think of performance gear. You think of expensive. You think of just do it.
Right.
That's in your mind when you think of
Sports.
Sports. When you hear Louis Vuitton, you think, exclusive, expensive. You got to figure out how you can target that market, and you want to position yourself in their mind to think. Whenever they see you, they think about you, and it's kind of like it's like, that's pretty much what it is as far as the S.T.Ps. I believe that's the most important into setting up when you're starting a business. You find out what you want.
So like targeting. So like for me, for instance, I do music, and honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. As now that I've branched out to become a solo artist, I'm still trying to find my niche audience. You get what I'm saying? Still trying to map myself out as far as how I want to go about getting my story out as of who I am. You get what I'm saying? So it's I'm still trying to find my actual target market. And honestly, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I could be wrong. Hey. Anybody who rock with Queres, Confessions of a Scorpio out right now on all platforms.
On all platforms.
You know what I'm saying?
Go get that, little daddy.
What I found is that when I look at my trends and my and my data from my music,
your reactions and stuff
is
like that,
mostly men who actually rock with what I'm talking about. Like I said, rock with Confessions of a Scorpio, and you'll see what I'm saying. But it seems like the fellas is rocking with me. You get what I'm saying? So it's still, I'm trying to figure out,
it's relatable, bro.
Who to target and how to go at it. You get what I'm saying?
Right. You got to figure out how you got to figure out, like, just how you pretty much, as far as with your music. I wouldn't per se that you would have like competitors, but you do have competitors because you're competing against everybody. But I wouldn't say that as far as you just got to figure out really. As far as the music, I really want to know how to do that, right? But what I do, I definitely know how to position myself in, as far as where I work at.
Well, business is business at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean,
so like you said, targeting the S.T.P, what you said, segmentation, targeting, and positioning. Right. Okay.
And you also, like I said, we got some more. They're important also.
Right,
they're important also, right?
Let's get on that.
We also got the 5 C's, which is customer, content, competition, company, and caliber, right?
Okay.
So pretty much on that end, it's like when you finally figure out what you're gonna do. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. I know where I want to target. I know how I'm gonna position myself. Now I want to figure out who am I competing against. Okay, what content do I have to push toward to the customer, and pretty much how I'm gonna calibrate myself. How I'm gonna figure out what questions am I going to answer within this market that I'm trying to get into. Pretty much. So that's what the 5 C's stand for. And the 4 P's is product, price, place, and promotion. That's pretty much when you already rocking and rolling by this time. You went through the step, and as far as like price and promotion and placing is like where you gonna place yourself at. Like when you in the store.
Product placement, right?
Placement.
I get what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Product placement,
right.
like
in the actual storefront.
Where would they put Frosted Flakes at? When we put them in the eyes of, when we put Frosted Flakes, would you put the candies in the Frosted Flake to where grown-ups can see it, or would you put it to where children can see it?
So you die, boy, you getting into some,
right?
You getting into the nuts and
positioning
bolts.
You gotta get
on the shelf.
It's all technical. It's really all math. Okay. It's all numbers, really.
You can break down the colors and everything.
Everything. You got. You know what I mean? Like with the autism fight, you know, like with the puzzles and stuff like that. When you see it, like I want one of those shots because it looks like something you put in. Like parents probably won't want to get it, but the kids, you know, we try.
Okay. So that's fire when you got an actual, I guess, a consumer product like cornflakes,
right,
or something that is consumed on a consistent basis. But see, when you build it, I guess you got to create the demand when you're doing something like turf runners.
Yes.
Or not. I wouldn't put yours in the same category because you have a different niche.
It's different.
But
it's
doing music, I have to create, like I said, create a product that is
which is your music.
That basically, and then find where to actually put the placement. Like how do I place? Like basically goes back to my targeting.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So.
And that's exactly how you do it. That's exactly how you do it.
Once you find those key elements, then you on the way. You just gotta rinse and repeat, basically. You know what I'm saying? Once you find the blueprint, the way you want to put your product out in front of people, once you find a method that works for you and for your business, then you do that repeatedly, and you on your way to being a millionaire, billionaire.
Yeah, you got to get the rocking and rolling. And also this ain't got nothing to do with it, right?
Right.
It takes 7 streams of income. To actually become a millionaire. It takes 7 streams, but inside those 7 streams or 14 streams, it comes to become a billionaire. So I just want to throw that out there. You know what I mean? Get it rocking and rolling. It's not gonna happen overnight, and if it do happen overnight, and you don't have a solid foundation, it probably ain't gonna sustain for a long time.
Right.
Okay,
it's a marathon, right?
It's a marathon, baby. S.T.P, man. We gonna keep it going. We gonna keep it going, man. But yeah, pretty much that's all. That's pretty much what I wanted to what I want to get to y'all today is marketing framework. Marketing framework, okay, and that's far as like when you want to get your stuff out there and get you rocking and rolling. That's what you want to get into.
And we're gonna leave y'all some links. Everything that we cover, we're gonna leave y'all some links, and we're gonna leave y'all a brief synopsis of each segment, what we got, you know, what the research that we've done, and so y'all can look at it and y'all can dissect it for y'all own, because that's what we're here for, to provide information and to enlighten everybody who rocking with us. You dig what I'm saying? So. You know,
and I learned, just some good research, some learning I done did, you know, and that's what, and you apply it and see what you come up with.
And we share. That's what, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, it's about sharing. It's about, hold it in.
I mean, so I guess since we got a little time to talk about it, like you said, so marketing framework. So to me, marketing is actually something that I really enjoy. I haven't become a professional marketing person. Someone like Diddy or like who else? 50 Cent got it down to a T. You get what I'm saying? And I think it takes a certain amount of focus and a certain amount of knowledge. And once you get the framework in place, then you can repeat that with any business that you come up with. It don't matter if you selling rakes.
Right.
Or if you selling, whatever you selling.
How can I make these rakes better than those rakes?
Right.
Exactly. What do my rakes do better than they rakes do? That's what you want to do. But then you got those people who are brand loyal.
True.
You know what I'm saying? And no matter what your rakes do, his father brought the customer's parents brought this type of rake.
True.
Their parents bought this type of rake.
But see, it's always somebody for you though.
Oh no! Oh, they out there, right? They out. It's some flip flops. That's you want them ship jumpers to like what you got going on, right?
Yeah, man. So I mean,
I didn't cut you off.
No, you good. I mean, but
I like this stuff. They get me going.
basically what I was saying is that I constantly try to figure out, you know, my 1 through 10 or 1 through 5. You get what I'm saying? What's the step? How am I going to create a situation to where I can put a product out and, you know, I'm putting it in front of the right people to hear my story. That's basically what what my aim is. I want to get my story out first and foremost. You get what I'm saying? And maybe what I do, you get what I'm saying, can help somebody else. You know, maybe my music can get somebody through a situation, or get them through, you know, help them answer a question that they've been trying to figure out for months and months. So that's first and foremost, and then, you know, everything else comes you know, second hand. But first is getting it in front of the right people who want to actually hear what I got to say. You get what I'm saying? That's I think that's one of the hardest things to do. I'm still trying to figure it out though. We working on it.
Right. But you get that, bro. You got anything you want to add to it?
I know for me, I think, like y'all said, I have kind of a different niche. So if I'm gonna go, like I would go with the 4 P's, I guess, promotion. And I think, so I have a foundation which helping families who are impacted by autism with different services. And so what's been working for me more so is, I guess, appealing to companies, you know, telling different companies my story and then getting funding from those companies to kind of fund the program. But I think the goal is to not only just companies, but just getting people just like you and me to donate, say on a monthly basis, whether you're impacted by autism or not. And really these days it's hard to find people who are not impacted by autism, even if it's not directly in your family, your cousin, your, you know, friend, somebody has it. But just for me, reaching that demographic of people to, you know, subscribe to my newsletter or just subscribe every month to give to things like that. So that's where I'm kind of working towards as well, in addition to companies, to also, you know, get out into the community.
Right. But you probably don't even realize it though, T. But you giving them a newsletter, shirts, you giving them content every day, you uploading it, you presenting yourself as in the market as my organization. Not saying that, you know, they all are important, especially when it comes to something that impacts everybody as far as autism, right? But you're placing yourself in the market as if my organization is a little bit better because I'm giving you this much content, I'm keeping keeping you going, and you probably don't even look. But when I heard you doing this, you doing X, Y, Z, it's like, okay, well, I'm giving y'all a little bit more. I'm giving you a little bit more than me. Then they're gonna give you more than me. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do with my money versus you donating it to me and you don't know what's going on.
You don't know what's happening with it.
Right.
Absolutely.
And at the end of the day, you know, every company and every company is not the same. You could sell the same almost the same product, but I'm gonna do it a little bit different than you, and I might actually hit something that you might not be getting from the other guy that might be selling the same thing. You get what I'm saying? So that at the end of the day, that's an important key factor too. So
definitely.
Right.
So pretty much that's it. Next we're gonna have
level up with Toshoama.
Level up. We're gonna have it with
Hey.
All right.
Man, y'all rock with these sponsors. We'll be right back to you on the couch.
Turbos, baby.
Hi guys, it's T here from Autism Fighters Inc. with a quick video about early intervention. So for those of you that don't know, I have twin children. They're 7 years old now. Just a little bit of backstory. As they were growing up, I noticed that my son was developing at a slower rate than his sister was. So the first thing I did was contact his pediatrician. She referred us to a psychologist where we got some testing done. Once we got the testing done and received the diagnosis that he was in fact on the autism spectrum, I did tons and tons of research as far as what autism is. Do we have other families that are going through this? Any kind of information that I can learn about it, I did. I also researched the prognosis we were given from the psychologist and just started giving him all of the therapies that he needed in order to start the early intervention process. So my advice to any parent who believes that their child may have autism would be to first seek professional help. Talk to their pediatrician, get the testing done. Once they receive the diagnosis of autism, start your research, and then also start getting all of the therapies that they need. If you have any questions or want to talk to me about this further, feel free to reach out to me at autismfightersinc@gmail.com. Also follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Autism Fighters Inc. and visit our website at autismfightersinc.org. Thank you. All right, guys, we're back. We'll level up with Toshoama.
Level up with
And
Toshoama.
so in this segment, I want to talk about using emotion as a means to create.
Okay.
When I say emotion, I'm talking about happiness, sadness, anger. You can use all those emotions to create something beautiful. And so just for example, I could just go into music. So say, SZA, her songs, and then Lauryn Hill, and when you hear those songs, you can feel the emotion in the songs. Even if you don't identify with the message, when somebody's putting some kind of emotions in the music, you can feel those things. And I think that from them putting their emotions in the songs, they created top-selling, albums and then a bunch of people relating to their message.
Right. Like what about Tear the Club Up?
Even Tear the Club Up.
Tear the club.
Even
Okay,
that song you
Yeah.
said.
Tear the club up.
Swag Surf.
Swag Surf.
Oh,
They
man,
did
I
the
got
club,
that.
and it
Yeah,
had the whole club
definitely.
moving. So just
Well,
those
putting that
type
emotion,
things.
injecting emotion into your
Right.
Period.
And I'll just give myself, I guess, as an example. So I was just giving music as an example because I really identify with music. I would even say for, back in his listen days when he was really heavy in producing certain songs on those albums, I could really remember the exact date, the moment. I can remember how the smell of the house. I can remember the weather. I can remember how, what I cooked that day. So when somebody's really putting some, their emotions and everything into a music, it can create, something in you that remembers when you heard that song. Right. So that's what I mean by you using something to create something and then it affecting somebody else.
Yes. That's the beautiful thing about it.
Right, absolutely. And for me, I'm going to say my son was diagnosed with autism. And so the initial feeling that I had was sadness. And so it was, a very strong feeling to where, even if you're crying or something like that, and when you're feeling those emotions in an intense manner, for me, what came to me during that time was, hey, you should use this to help other people.
Right.
But, first we had to learn about what it was and all those things. So by us going through the process and learning that, hey, early intervention is very important, from that birth Autism Fighters Inc., where we created a foundation where we were going to help others during this process. And during our process, we learned about, early intervention and also putting stories out there for other people who, when I first learned about it, I was like, okay, well, what is autism? What is this? How do I navigate just, for other people who may be on the journey that needs guidance? That's what that emotion, created something that was beautiful, something that helps others. And today it's actually a tangible thing that's actually out there helping other people. So from that emotion, we were able to create something that helped others. So that's what I kind of want to talk about as far as using emotion to create. Do you guys have any examples of where, you've used emotion to create something where it was a thought and now it's a tangible thing?
Yeah, definitely. Go ahead, Bank. You can.
Definitely. If you know me, like honestly, genuinely know me, how I was growing up as a child and through school. I've been labeled all different type of things. I've been told by teachers as a child that I wasn't going to be anything.
Wow.
You don't listen. He has a problem. This and that. But my mom never let me get that into my head. Right. So throughout school and in anything that I do in life, I carry that those same teachers. I wouldn't even say their name, but I appreciate them. Because they put something in me I have something I got to prove to them, whether they dead and gone, whether they still here on earth, whether they children not doing anything. I got something I got to prove to them, that anger, that hurt, that feeling of, why y'all doing this to me? Me not understanding that I was, quote unquote, causing a problem for them, but they just didn't know how to deal with me.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? They're diagnosed because they didn't know how to deal with you. They tell you you're going to be a certain thing because they think one way about you.
Right.
They don't know me. They don't understand where I come from and what I have inside.
Or taking the time to understand.
Right. Or taking the time to you know what I mean. So I carry that chip on my back every day. That I hear, oh well, that anger and that hurt and that fear. I carry on my back every day. I got something to prove.
Right.
Period.
Right.
To everybody, even if you didn't have anything bad to say, but I got something to prove to everybody. Period. So I mean, and that's just something that I deal with as far as emotion creating something. Yeah, and I'm well. I won't say I'm well off, but to be the age I am, I'm light years. I'm
in a good position.
Yeah, I'm in a great position. I'm light years ahead of these other jokers, local jokers. You know what I mean?
So I guess we're still going.
No, that's that, man.
Okay.
I mean, it is what it's gonna be. Gonna be what it is. You're gonna see me there, baby, at the top. It's feel me.
So I mean, basically, what you're saying is that don't let your emotions cripple you. Don't sit in a slump. Don't pity yourself. You get what I'm saying? It sounds like more so using it at any regard, using anger or sadness. Don't let that cripple you. Take it and use it as inspiration and fuel for your fire, and to create something that can be of some use. You get what I'm saying? Take that energy, that negative energy, and transmute it into positive energy.
Absolutely.
Okay, dope. So, let's see. Whew. That's pretty cool. That's alchemy, but we gonna hey.
Dropping a little drip drops.
I ain't gonna sprinkle nothing too much on y'all right now. But anyway,
Salt thing.
So
Yeah,
I mean, my example, back to my album Confessions of a Scorpio. You know, we I gave y'all a little bit of an insight of of some things that I've dealt with over my years, just being on this earth. You get what I'm saying? Not necessarily current or all past. You know what I'm saying? It's a mixture of everything. You get what I'm saying? So I just took that, and instead of letting it sit and dwell on it, I took it and released it into my music. And the thing about using emotion in art is that if it's genuine and it comes from an emotional place, then you inject that emotion into the medium. You get what I'm saying? Whether it's a painting, whether it's actually music, whether it's sculpting something, if you creating or a business or organization, whatever it may be, if you're interjecting actual raw emotion into that and then injecting your energy into that art, that's what I would call it. Regardless what it is, you want to call it a business or whatever, it's still art. You put that emotion into it, then that emotion, that energy will be felt by everyone who comes in contact with that medium. You get what I'm saying? That's why you can look at a painting and you be like, yo, that I don't know what it is.
Like it's moving.
It's something about it, exactly.
Right, that rawness, man.
Or I can hear this one. That's why people constantly listen to the same 5 or 6 songs over and over again, because when that song was actually performed and written, the emotion was there. You get what I'm saying? That it was real raw emotion, and they put that energy, and that energy is imprinted forever. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? So take your emotion and use it to don't sit on it. Yeah. Get it out. You get what I'm saying? Release it back into the world, back into the universe.
Let that energy go.
And put it into a positive form.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That'll help you. That'll help you, and it'll help others. You know what I'm saying? So. Right.
And it's definitely important to, as he, and Vicky described in their, and Aaron described in their situations, to put it in a positive form. So you putting it into a positive form, whether it's you put it in music where someone else can relate to, or just something that could help you or help others. It's not good to pin it up. You need to release it, because if you continue to hold on to things, it becomes your reality. If you were to pin up the emotions of people saying, I'm never gonna be nothing, instead of releasing it and using it to fuel you to become something, you will really not be anything, because you're feeling it, and it's gonna project into your reality.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right here collecting cane.
Right. So
ain't collecting no can, no bottle cap, baby.
So it's important. Yeah, it's important to release those emotions. Don't sit in them, because when you sit into whatever the emotion is, you'll create your reality.
Right.
Yes.
As above, so below. As within, so without. Right. I remember that. You get what I'm saying?
Whatever Say that one more time. Say it one more time.
As above, so below. As within, so without.
Right.
So whatever you dwell on within, whatever, especially trauma.
Right.
Anything that has been traumatic, if you sit and dwell on that, I promise you, especially the longer you sit on it, every step that you take within the outside world, it will manifest.
It will be repeated.
It will manifest into everything that you see and everything that you dwell on, until you release that from your inner self. And once you
Man, that's deep, bro. That's
Have
deep,
to
bro.
for you.
Yeah, man, you know.
That's crazy, bro. That's deep,
Once you clean your inner self and you have a positive inner universe, then your outer universe will be whatever it is that you want to manifest to create. You create your own reality.
Yeah, because if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand.
Absolutely.
Look, man.
That's the trick.
That's my man said. I ain't gonna say his name.
That's it.
Hey,
That's the trick to manifestation. Period.
You see
When
it
you
in your
see
mind.
it in your hand, it becomes.
That's it, right? You can touch it. You know what I'm saying? You can if you see it in your mind, you can
They can look.
boom!
We might be
$1
hitting
trillion
too heavy right now. You know what I'm saying?
$1 trillion.
We're gonna sprinkle something on y'all real quick.
Sprinkle.
Man.
Salt, baby. You drop it on like this.
Just a little.
Bam!
That was a little nugget, right?
Drop a little nugget, knowledge nuggets right there. Boom, boom, bam! But yeah, though, y'all, I did, you know, that was something great. That's right, man. Energy, man. Energy, man. And,
Right.
You know,
your energy is very important. So
it can be created or destroyed too.
So remember that, absolutely. So remember that using emotion as a means to create. So keep that in mind. That was Level Up with Toshoama, and we'll be right back with
the
Health Minute with Q.
All right.
$2.
Y'all hear from the sponsors, and we'll be right back. Thank you.
Alright, y'all, what's up? We back with the Health Minute with Queres. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get us some health topics, and we're gonna talk about some things dealing with health. Alright. Look, man, so today's topic is gonna be about skin. So did y'all know that skin is the largest organ on your body?
Yes.
Definitely.
Y'all knew that?
Yes.
Y'all smart. Damn. So not only is it the largest organ on your body, it works very hard. It protects you from infections. It regulates your body temperature, and it defends against disease. Did I say that? Infection and disease and.
No, you didn't say that.
So I'm gonna give y'all a couple of things, a couple of tips about how to protect your skin, because I'm quite sure that we take our skin for advantage. You get what I'm saying? And we for granted. Advantage. I said advantage.
Yeah.
For granted. Y'all don't mind me. You know, I be trying to use big words and stuff like that. You know, try to sound smart and intelligent. You know, but skin. So for the most part, you know, one thing is that your stress levels can affect the condition of your skin. So if you're stressing out, you can lower the integrity of your skin. You get what I'm saying? Like I said, it protects you against infection. It helps you regulate the temperature. You know, your body actually has to stay at a certain temperature to function at a normal state. So you want your skin to always be in as good condition as you can keep it. So stress levels, and I can share some ways that I manage my stress levels. So basically, I do meditation. You know, I try to meditate every day. You know, it's something called transcendental meditation. I might have said that wrong, but transcendental meditation, you know, it's 30 minutes meditation twice a day. And if you have to meditate more times a day, the more quiet time that you get with yourself and re-regulating your inner universe, then you can lower your stress. You get what I'm saying? And get that all the white noise and the negativity out of your mind and off your spirit. You get what I'm saying? So stress. You get what I'm saying? How do y'all regulate y'all stress?
Saying I regulate my stress. Got a pretty look at home and get rid of that stress like that. Like I said, like I'm from the bayou, get a pretty little home. Get a stress like that.
Do you meditate? Have you meditated? Okay, so let me explain something to y'all real quick. So when people say meditation,
I ain't gonna lie. I tried it, bro. I don't never have no time to do it myself. Ridiculous.
No, so one thing that I found out, you know, about meditation, because I grew up as, you know, I grew up Christian. You get what I'm saying? But you know, I kind of, you know, I'm not necessarily, I'm not religious. I'm gonna put it out there. I'm not a religious person. I'm spiritual. You get what I'm saying? But one thing that I did learn is that prayer is real. You understand what I'm saying? And if you are religious and you are a Christian, or whatever your religious belief ideology or whatever it is, I promise you, I do not frown upon it at all, because to me, everything is basically the same.
You better believe in something.
So, but for me, that's probably a revelation for a lot of people. They're like, oh my God, he's not, whatever. I don't care. I don't. But at the end of the day, I learned that prayer is a form of meditation, because when you pray and you have, you summon up that emotion, the universe responds to not what you're saying, but the emotion that the words evoke within you. So you know how somebody praying real good and you feel it? The universe responds to the feeling, the what wells up inside you. You get them goosebumps and your hair stand up on your arms and your body and the back of your neck. That's what the universe is responding to. You understand what I'm saying? So meditation to me is a deep form of prayer.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So like I said, regardless of what your religion is, we're all talking to the same entity, God. You understand? So
Creator.
at the end of the day, meditation is a form of stress release, stress reliever for me. So and it, like Binky, you were saying that it's kind of tough. It is definitely tough to try to meditate more than 10 minutes or 30 minutes at a time. But the longer you meditate, the more that you can get within yourself and to learn your inner self. The better off you become at controlling your inner universe and your inner environment and releasing all that negativity that you come across every day.
Right.
From every person that you run into, you collect energy. You're a sponge. If you didn't know that, every person that you run into, you sift off energy from them. You take in whatever they have going on. Everyone emits a signal. Everyone emits a frequency. And you are a sponge. You take that in.
Yes.
And if you don't pray, or whatever it is, pray or meditate, then you will collect that, and eventually you will have a really bad day. A very bad day. You wonder, like, man, why did I wake up on the wrong side of the bed? Because you were soaking up all that negative energy and all that trauma that you've picked up over the course of weeks and months. You get what I'm saying? So make sure that you meditate and pray.
Right.
But I ain't gonna get into it. Wait, that was the spiritual thing, but stress. That's how I relieve my stress.
And for me, definitely
meditate.
Relieving stress definitely is meditation. Meditate, every day. I'm gonna say during my spiritual awakening, I meditated 3 times a day. I meditated when I first woke up in the morning, on my lunch break. I was getting some meditation in, even if I went, on my break somewhere quiet, dark, or however you meditate. I did that, and then at night. Now more so just night, every night, and the longer you can do it when you meditate, you want to make sure you're able to clear your mind, period. So clear any thoughts, try to get to yourself.
Right. Talk to God.
Yeah, so I think definitely meditation is what helps me with stress.
What you got?
Brosa.
I'm making like shit.
And I'm gonna say about I grew up as a Christian as well.
Speak on it, bro.
And,
Look. Go ahead.
And what I can say about that, what I appreciate, definitely religion. Believing in something is very important, because you need that foundation. Because even as a Christian, the floor, I used to pray like every night, get on my knees, because that's what I was taught. It's still a deep, form of meditation, and it's something that you can go back to anytime you're going through. And you should do it even when you're not going through something. But in order to help you cope with things that you're going through in life, it's very important to pray or meditate. That gave me solace as a Christian, to hit your knees, at night and pray. Tell God about your day or things that you're going through. But as he said, now I definitely meditate.
So let me say this one more time. I do not look down upon anybody that's religious or whatever because I grew up Christian. You understand? But upon research and upon doing, studying and actually experiencing certain things, I cannot, for me, myself, personally, you don't have to like me for that or whatever you want to say, however you want to go about it. It doesn't matter to me. It's my experience. You understand what I'm saying? I definitely believe in a higher power. Definitely believe in God. You understand? But I am tolerant to all religions. Put it like that.
Yeah.
So however you want to take it how you want to take it. Talk to God. Relieve your stress. Meditate and pray. So What you gotta say, baby? This.
Right. What I said, like I said, we both grew up Christian. Same time.
Right. Yeah.
We both grew up Christian, man. But it's a lot of stuff that was going on, and that was really happening as far as the spiritual things around us that we weren't exposed to until we got older.
Right.
I'm just gonna touch on it briefly as far as like praying, as far as like believing and stuff like that, because that's all we're gonna get back to about the skin.
Definitely.
We're gonna get back to that.
Definitely.
But just a little bit more little round. This was supposed. We on the couch. We talking, baby.
We talking.
On the couch.
Our godmother, God rest her soul, Miss Eleanor.
Miss Eleanor, yeah.
Miss Eleanor, and my grandmother also. It was some different type of stuff going on, right? Mm-hmm. And as far as spiritual things, right? And as I got older, I was able to I talked to my mother about it, and there's a lot of things that was, like I said, I really don't even want to say it for real.
No, you ain't got to get into it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Just paraphrase.
I just know that once I got a little bit older, I knew that it was more than what we was taught.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be more than what we was taught. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's just that. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. Miss Eleanor, we miss you, baby.
That's it.
We miss you.
And then the last thing I want to say about that is, as a spiritual family, you know, with children, we sit and meditate with our children. It's definitely important to have that foundation, because as they grow up and they experience things, they need to have that foundation. They need to know what they need to do when, you know, other than coming to your parents, you need to know deep within yourself. You can get all the answers that you need, you know, from yourself. But, you know, for us, I would want my kids to experience or take interest in any religion that they want to. If they say they want to be a Christian or whatever, and they study that, then they can come back to us, period, and say, hey, this is what we are, this is what we want to do.
Right.
But we are setting a foundation for them,
right,
you know, as far as what we do. So it's important to have a foundation, period.
It's just it just goes back to, and we gonna continue. You know, this is the health minute, but we kind of went off on a tangent. But it's cool. You know, to piggyback off on that, you know, it's just to absolutely be tolerant of everything, because we all come from God.
Right.
At the end of the day, God created everything. You understand?
Period.
Everything. So, and then once you conceptualize that and you understand that God created everything, then you know you pretty much, you know, should you understand why I say that I'm tolerant of all religions and all concepts and all aspects and all thoughts. You know what I'm saying? So
this is a little bit thing, so I didn't mean to cut you off,
go
right?
ahead.
I want you to think about it like this too. I want you to get a little bit to the traditional way of thinking, right? Mm-hmm. And I just want you to think about it like this to who else like this, right? Who else came up with the same thing I would come up with, right? When you think about God, mm-hmm, do you think about God as being like us? Who said God has human form? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Okay, like, to check this out.
So
God
has to look like us?
I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something real quick. This is
because Mama told me something, and then and I just stopped thinking about it.
This is where I'm at with it. At the end of the day, God is something that the human mind can't even start to begin to conceptualize what God could even be. So stop. You can we as humans we want to about it like that. As humans we want to put everything into the box, and we want to
no box.
I like to make sense of everything, because we are so, as humans, we're egotistical as all out get out. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that means. But God, God is beyond everything that you can even imagine. So, just even let that go. He, she, those concepts don't even apply to what God could probably even be. Even what I'm saying right now.
Be a bird, be a plea.
Regardless, God is everything. So just let that go, live your life, and
Bro, Mama really told me that, bro, at Books of Millions on Make a Roll. Mama, I said, Mama, what is? Right. I like, Mama, what is God? She was like, who made God? Let me stop it real quick, right? She blew on my hand. She said, you can feel that, can't you? But you can't see it, right? All right. That's exactly what Mama did for me, bro. She like, okay, and just go get a book.
Right. Relax.
And I never thought about it again.
Trying to think about.
You'll go crazy, man.
You'll lose your damn minds. But okay, skin.
Skin.
Can we get? We gonna get
Skin.
back on
Health merit.
Sweet heat
We gon-
skin,
we-
barbecue skin, pork skin, chicken skin.
chicken skin. You ever had chicken skin before?
Yeah, chicken man, the
What
chicken
you-
skin. And them chicken skins is nasty. Some
Look,
chicken skin, pork
Chicken
skins, right?
skin.
They talking about regular chicken skin, like they got pork skin, they got chicken skin chips.
Oh no, I ain't get. I don't get that far. I don't go that far to the chip.
They mad
I
now.
get that purple bag.
Skin, you
I
talking
get that
about
purple bag.
They got chicken skins,
like
like pork skin. You
I
put the hot sauce
like
on it.
skin.
Put the hot sauce on
It's
there.
been a minute. I ain't never had no chicken skin, but
Don't
who's to
kid-
say
don't-
it tastes different?
Don't kid.
Yes.
Nasty.
That nasty.
It's
Nasty.
nasty. Well, look, y'all, we're gonna talk about some more.
All right. Boy, we got way off on another tangent. I hope y'all still with us. Look, so like monitoring your dairy intake. So research has showed that milk, skim milk, the most has been linked to skin outbreaks. You get what I'm saying?
Come skim milk?
I don't know who drinking skim milk. That's again, if you eating black jelly beans and drinking skim milk, you got from this planet. You a whole alien. Get you some almond milk or some silk. You know what I'm saying?
Black jelly beans and skim milk drinkers. Man, y'all crazy. That's a meal.
But y'all the
Black bean
Y'all
milkshake.
don't listen to them. Y'all drink skim milk. Drink skim milk.
I'm gonna say something about milk. What I've read, you know, I don't necessarily believe everything what I've read, but I like to experience certain things. I ain't trying to experience all things because you might experience something that you ain't gonna come back from. You get
Man,
what I'm
that
saying?
stuff Cardi B
You gotta
did.
take.
You ain't no come back
Ain't
from
no
that.
come back.
Cardi.
Look.
Cardi.
Hey,
Yeah,
man,
You gotta say it like that, but they put.
I like Cardi. That's what I'm saying. But she was cause you can Cardi wasn't there.
Cutting up a little bit back in the day.
That's how they act. They say, Cardi. Cardi, was you doing that? Okay, my bad. Go ahead.
But check it out though. So you know what I'm saying. Think about this, right? Milk is cow titty milk for a cow baby, big fat, giant fat cow baby. You understand? They got all the nutrients and the vitamins and everything for a cow baby.
Cow baby.
We humans. Are you supposed to be drinking cow titty milk? No mammal on the planet drinks the titty milk after a certain period. Not even humans, but we still drink milk that come from a cow titties.
Cow titty.
Cow titty milk. I'm just saying,
That milk
almond
is
milk,
delicious.
silk, water. Yeah, you know. That's why your skin breaking out from the milk.
And
I
grape
don't even
Kool-Aid.
drink milk. I can't even. Milk used to be good. I get it. But when I
never
started
really
figuring
been
You know
out
what
milk
messed me
drinker.
up with milk, bro?
lactose, get you the
I
mucus.
never really
After you drink that milk, after
Even
you
as
drink
a
milk,
baby.
it's so high in acid, so acidic. Like it's so much
Right.
acid, like in the milk. I can't even say the word. I don't even want to say it wrong.
Right.
When you drink milk, how you know it's just like all this stuff like it's like got mucus into it. You're not supposed to be eating it.
Right.
When you drink milk and you get that thick film in the back of
Mucus,
your throat,
bro.
that's mucus.
Yeah.
And you know what taxes on the mucus?
Disease.
Disease.
Bacteria.
Bacteria.
All right. So last thing. Use let me see, water-based products. So like shampoo. Use water-based shampoo and water-based products. So when you rinse your hair, if you think about it, when you rinse your hair with an oil-based product, did I say oil-based? Water-based.
Water based.
If you use oil-based products and you wash your hair, that oil gonna rinse down into your face and it will clog up your pores and give you an outbreak. Water-based products, shampoo, water-based soap, water-based anything. You understand what I'm saying? Because you're made from water, you know.
Okay.
But anyway, that's it. So I'm real quick. I'm gonna tell y'all about my skin regimen. Y'all can briefly touch on y'all's skin regimen. So right now I'm into exfoliating and using the Kiehl's Age Defender. You know, it's pretty cool. You get what I'm saying? Maybe I might be. I told y'all that I need to use water-based products, but right now it's working pretty good for me. You know, Kiehl's Age Defender and exfoliate with you know, my daily exfoliation product.
Does it work with must?
With must,
No, look, Daddy, you don't. No, your natural scent ain't going on right now. You get that natural scent.
what you talking about? Tell me
No, I was
what you
asking
saying.
do it go with must, bro? Do it help with must? Like, I don't know what it is.
Okay,
bro.
well, mustardness come from the way you eat. That's what I heard. You eat meat and dairy and all the way you eat. If you eat a bunch of fruit, you gonna relute fruit. Whatever relute means.
So that's what make you smell. So pretty much you're saying that what you eat, your diet is what you smell like, pretty much. But that makes sense though, bro. Cause meat ain't nothing right inside. You know what I mean?
You gonna
You
eat
put
mustard
that right,
and
mix it dash on it. And some of that buttermilk. milk.
Hey.
And you dip that on. When you hear that, you know what you're doing. When you hear that.
No doubt. So no, for real. You know, we like to eat, but we gotta change our diet. We trying to live to 200.
I lost 5 pounds within the last since the
How you
first
did
episode.
that? That's great.
I just changed what I'm eating. So I really lowered my carbs, and I'm drinking a
Okay.
lot more water. And also, I try my best not to eat after 9 at night. But I don't. What I try to do, and I've been successful, is I don't break my fast until 12 o'clock noon every day.
Damn.
Yeah, every
So
day.
you're
bro.
not eating till 12.
12 every day.
What you eat at 12 o'clock?
I might go get some of the turkey wing, some of that feet, the lemon pepper. You gotta say it like that because we so good. Some of that feet with the lemon pepper on from Cal Deep.
If you bust it with a mango and 2 apples, I bet that thing.
But see, that's how I'm trying to adjust my body to it, bro. Because if I miss that window and I eat then, and my hunger is still thriving, and then that's when I kind of.
No doubt. And see, that's the thing.
5 pounds down, baby.
The thing is, we've, man, I know for certain, since we've been young little bitty babies, we've been eating everything, and we gonna eat until we full and hurting. You understand? So we used to eating. So the thing is to try to reprogram ourselves.
It's hard.
Really reprogram yourself.
To
eat to live.
Eat to live. Which is
not live.
It's hard because I love food, bro.
Hey.
I'm trying to. Well, hey, I love seafood, chicken.
Seafood ain't bad.
I mean,
Procreation. What is it? Procrastination.
I mean,
well,
Okay.
we gonna get into. We gonna try. We gonna try to get to a plant-based. We trying to work ourselves to a plant-based diet. You know, that's. I haven't tried a full plant-based diet for like some months, and maybe if I experience that and see some results, then maybe I can stick to it. You get what I'm saying? But like food is so good. You know, they make food delicious where we from in America. So I mean, that's basically it, though. You know, just regulating your diet and protecting your skin. So don't take your skin for granted. Regulate your diet. Don't take your skin for granted because it's just there. You know, you work all your muscles out and think about all your organs, your brain, your heart, your lungs, but you don't never really think too much about your skin because it's just like, shit, it's just skin, I can grow it back. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't it? Until you cut yourself and be looking at your shit like, oh. But you ain't healing right no more.
Right.
Be like, oh,
so, listen, anybody out there, y'all share y'all your daily skin and body and daily regimens with us and sharing any health tips to keep your skin all moist and supple. You know, what kind of lotions, natural soaps.
What do y'all think about vitamins? I think vitamins are cool to take. Or
If
just
you
all
eat
natural?
the right diet, you
don't
don't
have to
need
take
no vitamins. But you know, vitamins are cool if you don't. But not to down that, because if you don't eat the right diet, then you're gonna need some vitamins.
But eat the right diet. So that's what we're talking about.
Basically.
Yeah.
all right.
So that's the health minute with Queres.
Okay.
We had a great time today.
Yeah.
Great time.
Talked a couple of lot of stuff.
Next week, I think we're going to have a guest next week. I'm
Okay.
going to surprise y'all, but during Boss Business, when it's my segment on
Definitely.
the couch, we're going to see if we can get us a guest up here and talk about what they do and something they got going on.
Definitely.
Right.
And if you would like to be a guest on the Couch podcast, please hit us up at onthecouch@gmail.com. On the Couch podcast at gmail.com. And let us know a little bit about your business. Please have a 30 to 60 second video for your business, or a 30 to 60 second audio plus visual PowerPoint or slideshow describing your business, so we can put it in, you know, give you an ad segment and promote your business. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. So
That's right.
that's it.
All right, y'all. We'll
On the
see
Thank
y'all
y'all.
next week.
Podcast episode 3, man. Holla at your boys and queen.
That's right.
We see see you, cuz.
That's it.